Alright, what's going on, guys? Um, Hopefully, I rebooted the computer, so I'm hoping that, like, solves whatever issue OBS had. Not sure what the fuck the deal was, but... Alright, so I tried, changing the outcome of the scene where, of the scene where Takumi's trying to get the D sword for the first time, and no matter what delusion I chose, it didn't change the outcome. So I think instead of that, we're gonna just try going from the beginning, and I'm gonna try just choosing the green delusion for the character whose route I want to get on. Excuse me. And then I guess maybe even like do the red delusion for like the other characters perhaps. So yeah. Yeah, this one was weird. School swimsuit plus glasses. Oh. Okay. Competition swimsuits are better than school swimsuits. Sure. Let's go with that. The swim cap is a must. Ah, fuck the swim cap, dude. What the fuck you talking about? Alright, so what we got here? He says... glasses, who needs glasses? Actually, I prefer competition swimsuits. Swim caps are an absolute no-go, not a chance in hell. Grim, LOL, come on, man. You really like swimsuits, huh? What man doesn't? I mean, really. It's not about just showing skin, you know? Wait. Panmoro? A state where panties are fully visible. A more extreme form of Panchira. Okay. So kind of like how Sarah is. No panties, a method of illustrating where the viewer should, by virtue of the viewing angle, be able to see a girl's panties, but the panties themselves are not drawn. Okay. A fully dressed girl with no panties is sexier than Panmoro, right? It's the same deal. Grim. I mean, I'm okay with either. Nightheart. What? Are you telling me you don't understand how hot no panties stuff is? Grim. I like my girls totally naked. Nightheart. You don't understand Moe at all. Grim. A complete another perv. That's our Nightheart. We fear him, but we love him, LOL. Nightheart, calm down, man. I mean, maybe I did get a little excited. I try to be cool, try to be the cool, silent type. Grim, cool, LOL. Nightheart, don't laugh. Anyway, what were we talking about before I fell asleep? Alright, skip. Oh. Wait. Shogun entered the room. Hello, Shogun. Nightheart, sup. Wait, so this is new? I was trying to be friendly here. Oh, didn't he know who I was? I was lightning fast Nightheart, damn it. This is supposed to be a no lurker channel anyway. Well, whatever. I decided to ignore him. That's the nice thing about the internet. Oh, okay. Now we're sure we haven't read this shit before? Okay. A man's stomach ripped open, the body of an unborn baby stuffed inside, and when those 5 friends jumped off a building, they were probably just chunks of meat after they landed. Just imagining it made me want to vomit. This Shogun guy was just so shady, it was making me delusional when I didn't need to be. Okay, now we're skipping. Okay, this is kind of weird. We're just getting random kind of lines that deviate from what we saw before. Well, most of those enemies were just haters, though. You know, guys who were jealous of Nightheart's strength and charisma. This is very strange, the way this is going. How come it's like skipping some, but then... I don't understand this. Is there a Misumi route? I wouldn't think there would be, but... Okay. Well, either way, I guess, hold on, let me check something real quick here. Okay. Well... Okay, I'm just gonna do the red for Misumi, I guess. I hated to disappoint Misumi when he was so excited, but I had no intention of going. Okay, wait, what were we talking about here? Oh, he's asking if he wants to go see the crime scene. This is the first New Gen murder, the group dive. I opened my mouth to squeak out some excuse, but he wasn't listening. Okay. Why the hell would I want to see... Right. Why the hell would I want to go see blood? It would be way too scary. This wasn't a haunted house or a horror movie. People were really dead and the killer was still on the loose. I didn't want to go anywhere that could be even the slightest bit dangerous. Actually, what was the New Gen killer's motive anyway? Was it just some crazy person with a few screws loose, doing it for fun? That was probably the safest assumption. Not that I cared anyway. It had nothing to do with me. By the way, I happen to be a bit of a mass murderer myself. And what's more, no matter how many I killed, everybody still called me a hero. Of course, this was in ESO, lol. Just comparing me and the killer made it clear how much better 2D is than reality. QED. QED? Is that quantum electrodynamics? we were talking about? Was that in here somewhere? QED. It don't look like it. Nope. Okay, whatever. I desperately try to refuse Misumi's offer while imagining myself delivering a flurry of violent jabs. The murderer? Oh yeah, I'll kick their butt the second I see them. In my delusions, at least, I could kill anybody, and save anybody too. But anybody who actually went and did that stuff in the real world was just an idiot. They weren't thinking about what would happen next. The new gen killer, for example, was surely going to be caught before too long. Then they'd spend the next few decades in prison before finally being given the death penalty. I knew exactly what I wanted to say to them. You should have just done it in your delusions. I went to buy dinner. I took the route I always used to go to the local convenience store. From the base, it took about 3 minutes to get there. I knew the route well, with its filthy, dark street. But today it felt strange, like I'd wandered into another world. Everything looked the same as always, but it felt like I was coming here for the first time. And there was this odd smell, like rotting garbage. I could feel the humidity clinging to my skin. If I hadn't known better, I would have assumed it had just rained. The air felt sticky. I looked and saw something on the ground, lying on the dark road.
Huh?
At first it looked like a plastic bag filled with garbage. I ignored it and kept walking. But when I got closer, I saw it was the dead body of a cat. Okay, yeah, that's new, I think. I don't think there was a dead cat the last time we did this. Blood, shit, and piss were coming out of its body as it lay there on the road. I quickly turned away. The disgusting sight gave me goosebumps. I turned around to leave. There was another cat there. This one was alive. Its golden eyes were clearly visible in the darkness. They were staring at me.
なんだよ。
The cat quickly vanished behind a nearby object. Something about that thing gave me the creeps. I wanted to hurry to the convenience store, but I couldn't use this route. I wasn't going past that dead cat. I'd have to go around another way. Oh god. Bro, is he seriously so disgusted by the dead cat he won't even walk past it? I started walking, and then I realized something. For a while now, I'd been hearing a strange sound. I gulped and listened closer to hear what it was.
最悪だ。
Wait, so does he not even see the crucified murder in this route? Oh my god, am I still fucking dropping frames? God damn. Hold on a sec. Get this fucking thing to load. Okay, maybe, there we go. No, it doesn't look like it's skipping frames now. I think we're okay. All right, we'll keep going. I was sitting in front of my computer monitor. I gulped down some soda and sighed in my reclining chair. That delusion was just awful. It was probably because of all the disgusting things I'd been hearing about since yesterday. Sometimes I'd have delusions like these, things I could never come up with on my own. It usually happened when I was being influenced by something going on around me. Usually they were really nasty, disgusting things. Maybe I just had too vivid an imagination. The less I understood about something, the more likely it was to show up in my delusions. Sometimes I got so scared I'd scream. It was one thing to do that in the base, but at school or even in a net cafe like the one I was in now, that was an absolute no-no. Oh. Okay, now we're back on the same deal here, it looks like.
コーラしかないじゃん。ミルクティーとか用意しといてよ。
So he did end up witnessing the crucified murder after all. Okay. Well, let's do this. I'm gonna save this here, I think. Alright, we're gonna go red again here. Alright, so I think this is like the first time Nanami's visiting his place. Who the hell did Nanami think she was anyway? I hope you get sick from drinking too much soda and end up in the hospital. Then I won't have to worry about anybody interrupting my peaceful life. Ugh, I wish that would really happen. Suddenly, Nanami started to moan. The plastic bottle slipped out of her hand, spilling soda on the floor. It splattered on the CDs and manga magazines lying there. I was about to tell her not to mess up my room, but then I gasped. She was holding her neck in pain, and her eyes had flared wide open. Her mouth was gaping open and closed like a fish's.
Nanami.
She spat up blood. It was red, dark red, almost black. It landed on the cola on the floor, mixing in with it. Then she collapsed to the ground, right on top of the mess. Her whole body began to spasm in pain. Her hands were ripping into her neck as she tried to dig her nails into the skin. She flailed her legs as she rolled around on the floor, oblivious to the fact that I could see her panties. This wasn't a nice thing to think about at all, but she seemed to me like a fish on a cutting board. I didn't know what to do at all, so I just covered my ears. But I could still hear my little sister's dying screams. Eventually, she stopped moving, her face covered in drool and blood and tears.
ななみ
I called out her name, afraid. There was no answer. She was lying on the floor in a terrible state. I could smell something like ammonia. Was it Nanami who'd pissed herself? Or was it me? I slowly moved my hand forward to poke her shoulder. She didn't move at all. The very thought of doing it creeped me out, but I moved my head close to her mouth. She wasn't breathing. She was dead. Nanami was dead. It was a poisoning, like you see on TV. It was then that I understood. I'd put poison in the soda to kill Nanami. That had to be it.
なぜ殺した？うえ
I knew it was my own delusion, but it still creeped me out. This one went way too far. Nanami might have been annoying, but I didn't need to have her die in such a realistic way. I could have at least settled for giving her the full boko.
ん？どうしたの？
Nanami finished drinking her soda and looked at me in confusion.
なんか顔色悪いけど。
I shook my head slightly.
ごめん。
何が？
とにかくごめん。
I'm sorry for doing weird things to you, even if it was just in my delusions. I'm really sorry. But it just goes to show how much frustration toward you is building up inside me. I want you to understand that.
別に謝らなくてもいいのに。ミルクティーがないくらいでナナ怒んないよ。それになんだかんだ言ってコーラも好きだし。
Wait, she drank my whole bottle of soda. I take it back. There was no need to apologize to Nanami. She should commit seppuku and die. Alright, so now we got Yua chasing after Takumi here. Should I go ahead and save it here too? Yeah, I guess we'll go ahead and save it. This visual novel does not have enough freaking save slots though. Like you can barely do anything with only 8 slots. Alright, we're going red on this one as well. Maybe it was just a reflection from a passing car, but a flash of light illuminated the lenses of her glasses. There are 40 save slots? Well, where are they? Like, it doesn't look like there's a page left or anything. Am I missing something? Q and E? Wait, are you for real? Bro, how the fuck was I supposed to figure that shit out? Like they could have put it down here where it says data lock back and shit. Son of a bitch. Well, thank you for letting me know. I think that will help in the future. I heard it. Her lips twisted as if she was mocking me. There was so much distance between us. There were so many people around us. But still, I could hear her tiny laugh. And as she laughed, she suddenly lifted up her skirt. Dozens of small, shiny objects fell out from inside it. They looked like crosses. I remembered the crucifixion I'd seen the other day. The look on her face was sheer insanity. Her eyes were bloodshot, her cheeks frozen, and a smile was on her lips. Then, for some reason, she started to walk across the street, even though the light was still red. I shriveled up in fear and tried to run, but my legs were rooted to the ground. I couldn't even speak. She was getting closer, crossing the street, the cross-shaped stakes in her hand. Stay away! I screamed in my mind, and then she was hit by Truck-kun. The people around me started to scream. There were too many people between us for me to see what had happened to her, but I was sure that she was dead. She was dead for sure. She was lying on the ground, broken, bone shattered, and covered in blood. I'm saved, I told myself, even though I knew it was a terrible thing to think. I came back to my senses. My body was soaked with an awful sweat. The people around me weren't screaming anymore. They were simply waiting for the light to change. There was no sign of any truck. And the girl on the other side of the street was still there, staring. Was what I'd seen just a delusion? The light changed. The crowd began to move. I couldn't move. Girl A didn't move. Oh yeah, I forgot he's still calling her Girl A at this point. She didn't smile or flip up her skirt. She just stared at me. It was as if time had stopped for the two of us and no one else. Why wasn't she moving? Why was she just standing there? It didn't make sense. It was weird. I shouldn't get involved. And here we go. Oh, damn. Another potential delusion. Alright. Save. Alright, we're going red until Kazupi comes, and then I'm going to pick green for Kazupi. That is my plan for getting the Kazupi route. We'll see if it works. Okay, skipping.
私、あなたのことが好きなんです。
Whoa, shit. So before character routes, who is best girl? I don't know. I almost feel like there isn't any best girl. Let me think. I would say Rimi, but then Rimi killed Takumi at the very end, so that kind of makes me think she's not best girl. Zane! Wait, Zane, you think Yua is best girl? I don't know. I would say Kazupi too, but Kazupi's, I don't know. From what we've heard, it sounds like she has a past of murdering people, so maybe not Kazupi either. I mean, murderers can't be best girl, right? I don't know. Maybe it is Yua. I mean, she seems to be the most normal girl. And if you remember, best girl from Majikoi was the most normal girl, which was I can't even remember her name now, but the big boob freshman girl. Her face was now bright red. For some reason, as she talked, she started to rummage through her bag. She seemed to be looking for something.
あなたの全部を私のものにしたいんです。それでいろいろ考えて、一番素敵な方法を思いついたんです。
And then she took out a brand new kitchen knife. It glistened in the light of the desk lamp. All I could do was stare at it in shock. My brain couldn't keep up with everything that was happening.
私、あなたが好きだから。好きすぎて、もう耐えられないから。
Her hands gripped the knife. She must have been gripping it terribly hard because her fingers had turned white. She pointed the blade straight at me. I know, dude. This Yua has turned yandere mode. Alright, I'll tell you what. For now, I'm gonna say best girl. I don't know. I can't pick one, so I'm gonna say two of them. I'm gonna say Yua, because she's the most normal one. She's not a murderer or a psycho or anything. And Ayase. Because I don't think Ayase has murdered anybody either, has she? And even though she's pretty crazy and shit, like, at least she's like, I feel like she's still like compassionate and like empathetic. You know what I mean? Even though she kind of has a flat effect and everything, I think she's still like I think she still like cares about people, like, you know. So those are my two choices for now. Yua and ISA. I started to shake my head no, so she'd know I didn't think this was a good idea. But there was no making her listen now.
あなたの肉とか骨とか皮膚とか内臓とか脳とか目玉とかもちろんあなたの一番恥ずかしいところも全部私が食べてあげますね。
Bruh. She laughed an insane laugh as she leapt at me. There was a dull impact, a sense of pressure. I looked down at my chest. The blade of the knife was embedded deep within me. She let out a sweet sigh right next to my ears. The knife dug through my flesh and my bones. But I didn't feel any pain. Of course I didn't, because this was a delusion. Scary. Yandere are scary. My own delusion was scaring the shit out of me. We don't need to look it up. I already know what yandere is, but anyway. Drives them to act, yeah. Zane's like, nope, you're noping out of Best Girl now. Dude, it was a delusion. She isn't actually like that. As I stood there shaking, Yua suddenly fell backwards and landed on her butt. She was rubbing her behind, looking a little teary-eyed. And now back to normal. Okay, this is the scene where Takumi finds out that Yua is interacting with him because she suspects that he is the new Gen killer. So let's go ahead and save. Alright, we're gonna go red again. Room 36. The room, okay, so he's talking about Garo Froggy here. The room next to room 37, the one I always used at Cafe. The first day I'd met her, there had been someone in there looking at a new gen aggregator site. I'd seen her at the cafe, then panicked and rushed out. Did that mean the person in the next room over was... I looked down at her as she looked up at me. Her gaze from behind her glasses collided with mine. It was the first time our eyes had met since we'd known each other. She was still smiling, but it quickly turned into a look of uncertainty. What kind of look was on my face? I couldn't tell. I looked back at her bag, and then the straps. I thought I heard her gasp. There was a gust of wind. Yellow leaves blew off the trees and danced in the air. 100 thoughts were racing in my mind. Garo Froggy was popular, even if I couldn't understand why. There could be any number of people with 3 Garo Froggy straps on their bag. But room 36. Yua might have been sitting next to me then, but she'd never said a word about it. And then there were the New Gen killings. I'd totally forgotten about them, but I'd been a witness to one of the crimes. That terrible scene came flooding back to me, and I'd seen the killer's face.
これですか？ゲロカエルンって言うんです。何人かの友達にもらっちゃって、気がついたら3つになってまして。
She gave me a slightly forced smile. Then she reached out toward her bag and tried to take the straps off.
最近、女子高生に大人気なんですよ。私はあんまり可愛いとは思わないんですけど。
Her hands were shaking a little. Maybe she was nervous because she couldn't get them off.
変だな。どうして外れないんでしょう。ちょっと待ってくださいね。西条くんにも見せてあげ。
She finally yanked one off by force, knocking the bag off the bench. It hadn't been zipped up, so her notebooks and textbooks went spilling everywhere. And now this is where she tells him that she's suspecting him as the New Gen killer. Okay, so this is the scene where I think he first goes to the hospital to see a, well, I guess to get his psychological exam or whatever. So oh, that's right. I forgot. I got to unlock it. Have to hit, there we go. Okay. Alright, I guess we're going red again here. It wasn't long at all before I was called into the exam room. I thought I'd be asked to wait longer, but that wasn't the case at all. I've got static? Really? Okay. Hold on one sec. Okay, let me know if that's better. Anyway, what about all those people in the lobby? Maybe they were all fakes, put there by the hospital to make it look busy. It was a different exam room than the one I'd seen, the one I'd been seen in 4 years ago. But I recognized how he welcomed me when I came in.
Yeah, Nishijo-kun.
Dr. Takashina was looking at me with a cheerful smile. Nothing had changed since I'd last come here 4 years ago. Feeling relieved, I just let loose with everything I was feeling.
Sensei, 助けて.
Still? Okay. Alright, let me try something else then. Okay, let's try that. See if that works better.
どうしたんだい？変な女が僕にストーカー行為を。このままじゃ学校にも行けないし、家にも一度来られて場所知られてるから安心できないし。
落ち着いて。
落ち着いてなんていられないよ。あの女異常だ。僕は正常なんだ。それに岩だけじゃない。悪魔女だって。そうだ、悪魔女が真犯人なんだ。
真犯人？
ニュージェネの犯人だよ。間違いないんだ。僕は事件現場で死体を貼り付けにしてる最中のあの女を見たんだ。
大丈夫だ。何も心配いらないから。とにかく落ち着こう。いいね。
I fell silent. I didn't understand what was fine. But if a professional, a doctor, especially Dr. Takashina, said so, I must be fine. That's what I told myself. I was getting so excited that I was having trouble breathing. I took a moment to catch my breath. He was staring at me with a grave look on his face. He seemed really serious.
本当に大丈夫なの？
もちろんだよ。
あんな危ない女が僕を、狙ってるのに、なんでそう言い切れるの？
理由を知りたいかい？
Better now? Okay, that's good. Oh, by the way, this is funny. So, my birthday present from my brother, and my birthday is in August, right? It just came in. And I would like to show it to you, but unfortunately, he had it shipped to himself instead of to me for some fucking reason. So it won't be another couple weeks before I can actually get it. But once I do, I will show it to y'all because you're gonna like it. You're gonna like it. It's yeah. I nodded and he sighed a little. He was fiddling a little with the pen in his hands as he spoke.
なぜなら、君の言っている女の人は、この世には存在しないからだよ。
でも、
君は自分の妄想に怯えているだけなんだ。
His voice was eerily kind. My body was shaking. It wouldn't stop. Why? He was being so kind.
西条くん、君はその女の人には会っていない。わかるね？
わからないよ。
じゃあ、もっと具体的に言おうか。君はその女の人には会えるはずがないんだ。もう7年間も君はこの病院から一歩も外に出ていないんだからね。
What did he mean? Huh? What was he saying?
君はこの病院の精神科に7年間入院している。そのことはわかるだろう？
I don't understand. I can't understand. Why was he telling me this crazy stuff with a smile on his face? I looked down at the clothes I was wearing. When I'd come here, I was wearing a Sarah t-shirt and a long-sleeve denim shirt over it. I was wearing my only pair of jeans, too. So why was I now wearing a hospital gown? It was a pale green one-piece gown, a simple one that tied in the front with a string. I wasn't wearing pants beneath it. When had I changed clothes?
ここは閉鎖病棟だからお見舞いの人も来ない。入院患者さんも男女で別フロアに分けられていて行き来はできない。精神科の看護師は全員男だし、君の病室は完全に個室。窓もない。つまり君は7年間女性と接触したことがないんだ。君の家族も含めてね。思い出したかな
？No, it wasn't true. I wasn't locked in some hospital room. I lived alone in Shibuya. I was a top-ranked player in ESO. I even went to school 2 or 3 times a week. And I talked to the nurse at the front desk just a minute ago. Is this your first time here? Yes. Then please fill out this form.
嘘に決まってる。
本当にそう思うのかい？
He wrote something on my chart as he whispered. I couldn't read what he was writing. It wasn't Japanese. English? No. German?
だとしたら君の精神はまだ異常だっていうことだよ。もうしばらくは入院が必要だね。
He glanced at me. His eyes were filled with pity. He'd never looked at me like that before. I fell to my knees, helpless. The tears came quickly. Oh, now I see. That's right. All of my memories were just delusions of mine. I was the abnormal one. I was the crazy one. What an awful ending. But, well, it didn't even matter now. Even if the memories were just a delusion, they weren't particularly good ones anyway. And I could just create new ones, right? Maybe I could have a world where nothing scary happened. I could be social and outgoing and get good grades. Girls would love me. All my friends would be girls who looked good enough to be models, and they'd all be in love with me. And then I could suggest that we live under the same roof. That would be the beginning of fun, bittersweet, and slightly crazy days for me. I forced myself to laugh. It didn't really work. My expression froze up. I wanted to die. We all want to live Takumi's dream, don't we? Suddenly, I realized I was still sitting on the sofa in the lobby. My body was soaked with a terrible sweat. A cold chill ran down my spine. I started looking around the room, unsure of what had just happened. There was an old, hunched-up woman sitting next to me. Her eyes were buried so deep in her wrinkles that I couldn't tell if she was awake or not. I looked up at the clock above the reception counter and saw that I'd been here in the lobby for over an hour. Was that just a dream? Had I fallen asleep while I was waiting, since I hadn't slept at all last night? I sighed deeply. What an awful dream. It was a dream, right? I tried to remember my life until yesterday. It was okay. My memories were all connected. I'd encountered the demon girl at the crime scene, and then Yua had lied to me and threatened me. And then I'd come to this hospital to prove I was sane. Yeah, it was all fine. I would have preferred if it was all a delusion, of course. Maybe I would have been happier if I could have made a new world and had a lot of fun with it. I was just that sick of this world. In the end, I waited another 2 hours before they finally called my name. When I went into the exam room, it was the same as I'd seen in my dream. I thought for a minute I was back in the dream again. Dr. Takashina looked just like he had in my dream, too. Maybe he just hadn't changed much over the past 4 years.
今日はどうしました?
He didn't start by telling me that all my memories were delusions, but...
西条です。
ん? おお、これはご丁寧に。高階です。はじめまして。
タッキー、外出嫌いなのに病院来るなんてすごい。
Alright. Another save point. Alright. More red delusions. She opened the door and was met with a smiling doctor.
今日はどうしました?
She ignored the question and looked around the room. The exam room wasn't very big. There was a blank medical chart on the desk next to another one covered in writing. The writing was in a language that wasn't Japanese. They called her a demon. Everybody did. Even her parents. Whether she had been a demon from the start, or became one because everyone called her that anyway, that didn't matter anymore. In the past month, she'd killed 8 people. The public called her mad, but from her perspective, that number wasn't anything special at all. She was a demon after all.
何か気になりますか? もし気になるものがあるなら言ってください。どかしますから。
He was a good doctor. He cared about making his patients comfortable. She smiled, opened her bag, and slowly took out a 24-centimeter knife with a willow leaf blade.
それとも、もっと広い部屋にか...
The doctor's expression froze at the sight of the knife. She smiled gently at the sight of his fear. This doctor would be the 9th. This wasn't part of her original plan, but there was no harm in adding one more. She put her bag on the ground and silently walked over to the doctor with long strides, before leaping and stabbing with the knife. Okay, wait, we're talking about the nurse here, right? I don't know, it didn't actually say who they're talking about here. The knife slid right past the ribs and to the heart. That one strike was enough to kill. The body slumped forward toward her, then fell to the ground. Now it was an unmoving thing. She withdrew her knife and knocked the thing away with her elbow. Just as the corpse fell forward, its white jacket stained with crimson, she heard the scream of a nurse who had come to investigate the ruckus. Okay, wait, so it's not the nurse then. She slashed at the nurse with the knife, stepping on the doctor's body to get closer. A spray of fresh blood. It wasn't a fatal wound, but a jagged slash had been carved into the kind-looking nurse's face. The nurse screamed and fell to the ground, hands over the wound, blood pouring through her fingers. She ignored them and walked toward the exam room. The 10th victim wouldn't be that nurse. It needed to be something special. 10 was a big number, 2 whole digits. It had to be her original target. The other patients and nurses were already running and screaming. The whole place was in an uproar. But none of their voices reached her ears. She looked around, certain that he was somewhere nearby. Her eyes fell on the curtain. The curtain surrounded a tiny space, the size of a small walk-in closet. There was probably a bed inside. There you are. She shook with joy. Warmth spread just below her abdomen at the thought of finally being able to kill him. She slowly approached the curtain, but instead of opening it, she slashed through it with her knife. When she peered through the hole she'd made, she saw a bed, just as she'd thought, and he was lying on it. Found you. When she saw him, she couldn't control herself anymore. She flung open the curtains and stood by the bed. He was asleep, a pained expression on his face. Gently, she wrapped her finger in his hair, softly stroking his head. He didn't wake up. She held the knife, blade downward. She raised her hand high. She aimed for his heart. A single strike, just like the doctor. That would be enough to kill him. With a look of ecstasy on her face, she brought down the weapon. I leapt up, only to find myself still on the bed. My heart was pounding fast. I looked at my chest. There was no stab wound there. No blood either. I was unharmed. I looked around. The curtain was closed. It hadn't been slashed with any knife. I slowly put a hand up to the curtain. For a moment, I had a delusion that if I opened it, I'd see Hazuki and the doctor lying on the ground covered in blood.
夢だよな。
But I didn't have the courage to open the curtain. What if I did and saw an ocean of blood? What if the demon girl was there, waiting with a knife? I was too scared to move. And then the curtain was flung open right in front of me. I screamed and fell off the bed.
大丈夫ですか？
はい。
I looked up. Hazuki was looking down at me with wide eyes. There was no blood on her white outfit, and no gaping wound on her face.
ごめんなさい。驚かせてしまって。起きているとは思わなかったので。
いや、いえ。
I looked so pathetic. I slowly staggered to my feet, eyes pointed firmly at the ground. My heart was still pounding hard. I was so glad it was just a dream, though. It was like something out of a horror movie.
本当に大丈夫？
She looked at me, worried. I was so embarrassed that I couldn't look up. The most I could do was nod a few times.
少しうなされていたみたいでしたけど。
怖い夢を見て。
そう。
What time is it? How long was I asleep? I asked Hazuki. Surprisingly, I'd been out for 3 whole hours. I must have been more tired than I thought.
でも、無遊病の症状は結局出ませんでしたよ。
Her tone was reassuring. Oh. Now this. Okay. I don't know. Does the way I answer this even make any difference on, like, the ending I get? I mean, okay, so here's the deal. See this Nozomi here at the bottom? I'm thinking maybe the best way to answer this is in a way that makes it seem like I don't have any delusions at all. Because then maybe they won't think that Takubi would be a good person to experiment on. You can get achievements. Oh, well, okay. I don't know. Ooh. Well, let's just open it like I'm a perfectly normal person. Do you prefer text instead of call? I'll put yeah on that one. Okay, no. You ever had a premonition? No. You ever checked digital clock? No. You ever cried? I mean, it's pretty normal to cry within the last month, so. Okay, I'm gonna put no on that one. Can you stay focused on? I'm gonna say no here. Can you fantasy? No. Does the front of automobile? No. Do you have difficulty going to the bathroom? At what horror movie? When you start reading a book, do you lose track of time and immerse yourself? Put check on that one, I guess. Do you get motion sickness? Yeah, here, I'll put yes on that one. You have a sixth sense. Sleep, do you dream of full color? Sleep, do you ever understand? Maybe ever experience part? No. Make eye contact. Okay. We'll just go with this. Whatever. Skipping to the next illusion. And here's Fess. Save it here. Okay. I will be right back. Gonna take a real quick break. All right. So I saved it. Okay. So let's go ahead and finish this stream off with some VTuber clips. Yeah. I think I have some saved. Uh, Wait, there's a VTuber from Face Connect that plays violin? Well, damn. Yeah, it just came up on my recommendations. It said somebody from Face Connect is doing a violin karaoke. Well, that's a weird way to put it because you don't viol. Anyway, yeah, she's just playing violin. Oh, you started playing robotics notes? That's cool. Yeah, I might do that myself after I finish Chaos Head and Chaos Child, but we'll see. Um,
I saw Iris's new.
all right, switching over. Webcam. Chaos Child is 4th. Yeah, but it's supposed to be like the sequel to Chaos Head, right? Oh, what the hell? Why is this back on? Hold on. There we go. Anyway, first clip for tonight is Bay and Crony react to Iris' new outfit.
The outfit. I mean, I already knew it, but it's so cute. I'm
Okay, hold on one sec. Turn this up.
so jealous. I want the nerd glasses. I remember when she told me that she was getting nerd glasses. I was like, that's such a good idea. Oh my god. The glasses are not the problem. It's the uniform plus the braids plus the glasses is the problem. Why is the uniform plus the braids plus the glasses a problem? Braids and glasses. If you know, you know. What's wrong with the outfit? It's a black uniform, right? I've seen it in anime before. Kind of reminds me of Jigoku Shoujo. Kawaii-injan. Oh! Reminds me of that girl from Danganronpa.
Meanwhile.
Oh, this way. Oh, goodness. It's so hard to explore. Oh, hey, thanks, man. I'm glad I'm not alone. Thanks, Iris. Yo, so did everyone get to see your your new outfit? It's cute. I knew it. I told you so. It's cute though. It's really cute. I can't. I can't play the game. Oh man.
Okay, there must be some there must be some inside joke there that I'm not aware of. Okay, next clip. Next clip is Iron Mouse lost it when she realized that a cosplayer of hers was showing a bit too much.
Oh, that reminds me. I'm gonna be doing fan art and cosplay 2 different days because there was so much fan art and so many cosplays that I think I don't want to rush through anything. So we're gonna be doing fan art on one day and cosplay on the other day. I've seen so many really good cosplays too. Some of them are very sexy, and some of them may require me to edit some stuff. Cause some of them are very sexy to the point where I'm worried about TOS because very sexy bodies. There's this one cosplayer that she looks so good she looks so good cosplaying as me, but she's like really like letting it like showing quite a bit of sexiness. Which I was just like, whoo, I can't show that on stream. Booba. I'm just gonna say, not just booba, not just booba. Also like, vagina, awooga, booba and dooba. Don't call it dooba. Ew. Awooga. So, what's the name? I'm not telling you. You'll find out the day of cosplay day.
Okay. Leaving it to the imagination. Alright, let's see what else we got here. Thought there was a... Okay, yeah, this thing is weird. Let me see what this one is here.
You don't know who.
Oh, yeah, it's just a short. Okay. Well, I think Kanaru has at least one new video, so we can go with that. Okay.
We're the Detroit U.
Persona 3, but with HoloLive.
Hey, bitch! I love your eyebrows. They're on point. You're welcome. Would you like to come give me a smooch? パンツが好き. I love money.
Hi, baby girl.
Let's go! But the battle goes on, shadows of mass destruction! Da 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 da!
Okay. A lot of times the Kanaru stuff is just random shit, but Okayu new outfit. Okay, I guess this is it. We got Okayu just got even stronger. Well, damn. Never thought of Okayu that way, but okay. All right.
これが僕の新しいこんな感じになってます。やっぱりメンバーシップの何かに特化していると思いませんか？こちらがはい、こんな感じで
Oh, okay. It's like the okay.
脱げます。でもこれは運営さん
Not to
から
take it off during
ASMR やるときは上脱がないでくださいって言われてるので、結構エッチなデザインなのでバンになっちゃうかもしれないっていうことで、普通に喋る際には開けても良いそうです。
なので耳かきするときはこっちでで終わってみんなと今日も気持ちかったねみたいな話するときは脱ぎますおにぎりは僕のこと好きだったの？僕もという感じでございます。
Okay, Okayu has officially been upgraded to Smash. I can't remember if I said pass on her before, but she is definitely a Smash now. Like, damn, bro. Is this recent or is this old? Oh, okay, now this is just from today. Guess we could do this one. Oh, crap. Well, wait, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because it's English, so never mind. It has Spanish subtitles, but I mean, they talk in English, so it doesn't really matter. Alright. Iris reacts to this hot waifu, Bae.
I'll be fine. I'll be fine. Drop the leather. Oh. Perfect.
Why is she frozen?
Oh my god, this cutscene. Oh my shit.
Wait. Just too quiet. Okay.
The goddess. Her butt. Excuse me? Oh, she's so cute. Excuse me? Where is it? Oh my god, that. Let's get. Oh, that's so bad at. Please don't hurt me. Please don't hurt me. I come in peace. Oh my goodness. Oh, this. I come in peace. This cutscene. Lily and Lylene? I come in peace. I come in peace. I come in peace. Please leave me. Go. Kill them.
Bro, really? She thinks this girl is hot?
Her butt. Excuse me?
She's a pretty average looking waifu to me. I don't know what she's getting her getting all worked up about. Is this the same person? Huh. Interesting. Okay. So this is the VTuber I was just talking about that's doing violin. Her name is Uruka from FaZe Connect. And she actually has a trailer. Look at that. This is I'm actually kind of surprised to see this. Like look at this. Look at her bow. See how it's actually changing direction with the music? That's pretty impressive, actually. Yeah. So there you go. Another violinist VTuber. Her name is Uruka. Yeah, because remember, you I can't even remember her name now because it's been a long time since I've really watched her. But remember that other violinist VTuber you told me about? Her bow doesn't like the way she's animated. Her bow does not move with the music. It's just complete random. But apparently this one they've actually got her bow like kind of moving with the music. So yeah. That was pretty cool. Alright, anything else before I get off? I thought there was, hold on, let me do this. Okay, yeah, we need to do more VShojo clips probably. So here's a VShojo.
Zen, how?
Alright, we got Matara and Zen discover that Mousy lives in a house that is not optimal for her height.
Big is your truck?
Dump truck.
Your dump, yeah.
It's about a normal big truck size. I mean, it's not like super high lifted or anything. I mean, it's lifted, but it's not like.
Oh, would Mouse have to like jump in?
You know,
I think
like
would.
those giant
Probably.
super lifted trucks.
Oh, I know. Mouse would have to absolutely.
Oh no, I have steps on
jump
the
in.
truck, so you just need to step on the steps, and then it's easy to get in.
Hey, some trucks are even big for me.
Somebody
I'm
says
tall.
Mouse needs a ladder for a bicycle. Can we confirm this?
What the? Who said that?
No snitches.
What the?
Now I have a question. Can you reach the counter, the countertop to the tables?
Me or Mouse? I guess Mouse or I.
Mouse.
What?
Can you reach the countertop?
Can you reach the countertops?
Well, I mean, it depends on what kind of countertop you're talking about.
Are you tall enough when you brush your teeth for the mirror?
So you're saying you can't reach some countertops?
Right. I need a special step stool to brush my teeth, okay?
It's okay.
Zen and I have probably the same problem where I am almost doing the splits when I'm brushing my teeth. I do my legs so wide open so that I don't have to bend over.
I have a special step stool that's 2 steps that I put in front of the I put it there to brush my teeth.
That's the cutest thing I've ever heard.
I can't reach to look up in the mirror. It's too high. It's really high.
It's okay. Giga also probably needs the step stool, so don't
Adorable.
worry.
I think
Demonic
she is the
power
shortest one out of all of us, though. So you got that going for you.
Yeah.
Gigi.
Actually, me and Giga are the exact same height. Like, down to the centimeter.
Zen and I are the exact same height, up to the centimeter, 181.
Yeah,
You need to get the cinnamon rolls.
Wait. Giga is as short as Iron Mouse? Holy shit, dude. So V Shoujo now has 2 girls that aren't even 5 feet tall. Bruh. That's too much, man. Okay, and Matara is 181 centimeters. That's pretty tall, isn't it? Like, how tall is that? Dude. Matara is 5 feet 11 inches tall. Holy shit, dude. She's taller than me. Damn.
Rolled step stool.
Like,
You need a
I
cute
need
one.
a stool to use if I could use the stove. If I could use the stove, but I don't use the stove in my house, okay? All the countertops are really high. Everything's super high. I don't know how tall these people were that lived in this place before, but everything's super high.
I think it's just big house things. I've noticed that when people have like nicer houses, for some reason everything's much taller.
Everything's so tall.
I don't know
and I'm
why.
just like, what the fuck?
The high talk is always funny. Hello, Heavenly. I'm sure Heavenly's tall.
I don't know,
Heavenly
because
gives-
my dad has a pretty damn nice house, but the bathroom that I use in there, I swear, I feel like I'm like really tall compared to it. It's almost like it's like, I don't know. It's almost like the sink is like way the fuck down here. It's weird.
Gives me tall man energy.
Tall man.
Yeah, he's taller than me. I
Tall
think he's
man.
6'2".
Holy shit. That's huge.
Wait, who?
Yeah.
Who are they talking about?
He's 6'2". Yeah, he's taller.
Gives me tall man energy.
Tall man.
Yeah.
Wait,
Gives me-
Heavenly?
Heavenly's tall. Heavenly gives me tall man energy.
Who's Heavenly? I don't know who that
He's
is.
taller than me.
Tall man.
He's 6'2".
Holy shit. That's huge.
I mean, yeah. For you, Mousy.
My
Heavenly.
dad, it was like, the other day, he laughed at me and he was like, you're gonna get older and you're only gonna get shorter. And I'm like, what the fuck? He's like, it's all downhill from here.
Heavenly Father? Is that who they're talking about? Okay, I don't know. I don't know who they're talking about. All right, well that's it for tonight, guys. So I am off tomorrow. And oh yeah, so at the I don't know if you saw this, Zane, but I finished God of War Valhalla DLC last night. I finally beat the final tier fight, so the DLC is now over. And I announced the next game that I am going to start streaming. But I said I was going to start streaming it the stream after this one right now. And it turns out I don't think that's going to be the case now, because I was hoping that I could just go out to like Best Buy or something and get the new solid state drive that I'm going to use to install this game on. But unfortunately, I have to wait for it to come in. So it might still be a few days before I get to stream the new game. At the earliest, it's probably going to be Wednesday before I get to stream it. I might even have to wait till Thursday, possibly, before streaming it. In case you missed it, though, the new game that I'm talking about that I'm going to stream is Cyberpunk 2077. If you remember, I had actually talked about possibly getting that game like 2 years ago when it first came out. Then I changed my mind because of the really like the shit release that it had. But I think now it should be pretty safe to play the game. So Cyberpunk 2077 will be the next game that I stream. But yeah, I gotta get a new solid state drive first, because the one that I got right now is like completely full, and I don't feel like trying to move shit around and free up space and all that. So I mean, honestly, I'm due to get a new drive anyway. I mean, the one that I've been using here is almost like 10 years old now. It's only half a terabyte, it's 500 gigs. And on top of that, it's SATA. And I in fact, I just found this out today researching solid state drives and shit. So SATA drives are like considered like obsolete basically at this point. Like there's still some out there, but apparently there's another type of solid state drive. It's called M2 or PCIe. And apparently those are supposed to be way faster than SATA drives. So that's what I'm getting. I'm getting a M2 solid state drive. So once I get that, my games should load up way faster now. So that's cool. So yeah, I'm going to put Cyberpunk on that new drive, obviously. I'm probably going to move Genshin Impact over to it too. So yeah. So yeah, that's what's up. But yeah, I have rehearsal tomorrow, so I won't be able to stream tomorrow. But I will be back Tuesday, and I'll stream Chaos Head again Tuesday. So alrighty. Also tomorrow is Emma Verde's birthday from Love Live Nijigasaki. So happy birthday to Emma, who, you know what, I'll just go ahead and say it. Emma is the hottest girl in Love Live history. Like that, it's just the truth. Unless you count maybe Nico. It's like Nico and Emma. Those are the two. So, all right. Really? Yes, really. Tomorrow is Emma Verde's birthday. February 5th. Yeah. So, all right, man. I will see you in a couple days. Have a good night. Bruh, I'm sorry to say it. Kotori is really hot, but you just can't beat Emma, dude. Kotori is like third behind Nico and Emma.